What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, JayNotion, and we are checking out the gameplay overview trailer for Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Now, this is going to be coming out in September, I believe. Haven't seen much. I've seen very small concept art clips and snips. So this is going to be the first reveal trailer that I've actually seen. I'm super pumped for the game. Absolutely loved Vermintide and some of the other Warhammer games that was released. I love the strategy versions as well. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. And I'm hoping that the gameplay trailer is going to give us a little bit of a sniff around what we can look forward to and expect. It's a third-person co-op shooter as well. Apparently you can do the campaign and there's co-op missions separately. But we're probably going to see a little bit more about that in the trailer. But without further ado, let's have a little look. Yes.
Welcome to Space Marine 2, the newest installment in the Warhammer 40,000 franchise. Brought to you by Saber Interactive and Focus Entertainment. I'm Oliver Hollis-Like, creative director on the project.
Look at that.
And today I'm going to take you on a tour of the game's story, game modes, progression, and a whole lot more. Giving you a taste of what's to come when the game releases on September 9th. Space Marine 2 is a third-person action shooter set in the grim, dark universe of Warhammer 40,000. The game's campaign mode allows you to experience this epic story either solo or with up to 3 players in co-op. Space Marine 2's story begins a century after the events of the first game. Captain Demetrian Titus is a genetically enhanced super soldier and hero of the Ultramarines.
We will eradicate your kind from the galaxy.
Titus is returned to the Ultramarines.
You're a lieutenant now.
Where he is demoted to lieutenant.
Will that be a problem? No, Captain.
And forced to prove his loyalty in the heat of battle. On a distant world, he must face one of humanity's most fearsome adversaries, the Tyranids. As you take control of Titus and his fellow battle brothers, Chiron and Gadriel, you'll be thrown into the thick of a war of galactic proportions. Thanks to our
Graphics look
unique
incredible. Look at that.
Allowing us to render hundreds of real enemies on screen at the same time.
Wow.
You'll face seemingly endless waves of crawling, running and swooping enemies as far as the eye can see. You must repel a Tyranid invasion and rid the system of the Xenos threat, battling in the claustrophobic jungles of Kadaku, the majestic planet-spanning metropolis of Avarax, and other epic locations. After each successful mission, you'll return to the Battle Barge, a space fortress serving as the Ultramarines' orbital headquarters. Here you can gather crucial intel by interacting with onboard personnel, review your next targets, and tailor your loadout to your upcoming mission.
Yes.
Whether you prefer close combat or ranged warfare, the Ultramarines' wide range of equipment offers you an array of devastating weapons and unique special abilities.
This is going to blow games like Destiny, First Descendant, all out of
a brutal melee finisher replenishes your armor and keeps you
all
in
out
the
of the
fight for
water.
longer.
This is going to be one to watch for sure.
Shred the enemies of humanity with the iconic chainsword. Liquefy them with the melter rifle. Or crush them with the mighty thunderhammer.
Yeah, got to have a bit of mashing going on.
How you vanquish the Tyranid invaders is entirely up to you.
Your duty is not
Yeah, there's the co-op mode.
Beyond the story campaign, you'll find Operations mode. Here, the focus is on cooperation and replayability. Play as one of 6 classes with unique skills and abilities.
The Emperor provides.
Then develop and customize them to make them your own. Whether
Different
you prefer
colors,
the sniper's
emblems,
stealth cloak and long-range capabilities, the Vanguard's grapnel launcher, or the Bulwark's chapter banner and storm shield combination, your Space Marine specialty, along with those of your squad mates, will be decisive on the battlefield. The more missions you play, the more you'll unlock cosmetics for your Space Marine. You'll also earn XP and armory data that you can spend in the Battle Barge's armory to unlock new class perks and improve your armament's performance.
Nice.
Eternal war demands eternal discipline.
They got
If you're
PvP as
into
well.
more competitive challenges, well then you're in for a treat. Enter the fray in our Eternal War mode, where you'll be able to pit yourselves against other players. 6 Space Marines clash against 6 of their sworn Chaos adversaries in arenas inspired by the game's rich settings. Choose
No
your
way.
preferred rule set, be it the intense Annihilation Deathmatch, strategic Seize Ground, or the exhilarating Capture and Control. Then engage in adrenaline-pumping matches that will test your skills against players from across the world. Each
That is
skirmish
mental.
offers you the chance to earn more XP and add more weapons to your arsenal as you prove your valor on the battlefield. That's all just a taste of what is to come. We can't wait for you to experience the passion and care that our teams have poured into this game. We've got more surprises in store for you, to be revealed very soon.
In his name, I will fight!
That looks absolutely nuts. Yeah.
Pre-order the standard, gold or ultra editions and defend humanity on September 9th when Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 launches on PlayStation 5.
Season pass. Oh, don't give us all that rubbish.
Warhammer 40,000 Space...
But I mean, that looks absolutely nuts. I just couldn't get over how amazing the graphics look. I was expecting it to look crisp, but more like Vermintide. Do you know what I mean? This, which is not the best looking game in the world. In terms of the actual gameplay, I didn't expect it to look as good as it did. But this is just a prime example where delaying a game pays off, because a lot of people get arsy about a game being, oh, you know, they've delayed it. I think it's had 1 or 2 pushbacks in terms of releases. It was supposed to come out late last year, I believe. Then it was pushed to early this year, and then it's been pushed to September. But this looks ready to go. This looks absolutely ready to go. It's using all the top engines. It's got all the right graphics, the Blu-ray tracing, and it looks unbelievable. And it's leaning on the Unreal Engine as well to get hundreds of enemies on screen smoothly. That's the key bit, smoothly. The combat looks insane. It looks like you're going to have variation in your classes as well. So you've got like a sniper class, a ranger class. You got a vanguard, a shield. You can use a flamethrower. There's different grenades. So this is actually going to give Helldivers 2 a little bit of a run for its money. Helldivers 2 was kind of in its own category. It was its own genre, third-person shooter. But this is really going to rival it when this comes out. Only because you've got a campaign which can be done in co-op. You can have up to your 3 co-op buddies on this one. You've got your co-op missions separately where you can load in. Is pretty much what Helldivers is. Load into a planet. Play the mission, you'll have objectives, bosses I imagine, and then you go away with perks, unlocks, and you can use that then to unlock new equipment, new cosmetics, new weapons, new Space Marines, new colours, you know, all that stuff. And that is going to rival Helldivers 2 just on that mode alone. But then you've also got PvP, where you can go on maps and do multiplayer matches against other players as Space Marines. So it's adding depth, and I think it's going to throw Destiny out of the water. I know it's had its last expansion now, but I think Destiny's going to be dead and gone. A lot of the player base is going to move over to this, and I think games like what are you thinking of? The First Descendant, anything that's kind of like a third-person shooter, Returnal, even Stellar Blade. I know that's a single-player experience, but it's got similar aspects of gameplay, and it's going to draw that kind of audience in. And there's a massive, massive follow-in for Warhammer. There's a massive follow-in for Space Marines, 40k generally. It gets a hell of a lot of support and love, rightly so. And I think this is going to be one for the fans and one for shooters and, you know, just action, adventure, RPG type gamers alike as well. It's going to please everybody. It's going to tick a lot of boxes. It's got a lot of modes, and they said that there's going to be more surprises revealed soon. It makes me nervous that there's a season pass, but hopefully it's not going to be pay to win. It's going to be purely cosmetic, and it'll be more around additional packs and cosmetic stuff for your Space Marine versus, and potential story missions or co-op missions versus the more you pay, the better you'll be at the game, because hopefully that's not the case. It doesn't look like it. I love the fact you've got skill trees here. It's showing us some of the gunsmith stuff. You can put perks and different things on your gun. You've got different color swords. It's going to be fully customizable, and that's something that I was really hoping they were going to do, because as you know, Warhammer is your thing. Whilst there are official colors for the different Space Marines, you can put your Space Marines pink if you want to, and I think if you want to do that in this game, you can. You'll be able to unlock the color and make it look like it's yours. So Warhammer fans are going to be very, very happy with this one. This looks ready to go. I just can't believe how incredible this looks. I just hope it runs smoothly. The campaign's solid, and I'm sure it will be, but I just hope the main thing that I can see going wrong is the gameplay, in terms of the frame rates, the clip in, and stuff like that. Hopefully there's no latency issues. Hopefully the servers are working day one. I'm sure they will be. I'm sure they've got all that covered. I just hope they know that there's going to be a big following behind this. We've got Focus Entertainment, AMD, and Saber Games Workshop behind it as well. I'm giving this one a massive tick. I think this is going to be amazing. That was a PS5 as well. Can you imagine what it's going to look like on PC? So this was all PS5 footage. I'm tempted to get it on both, to be honest. This is going to come out on day one Game Pass as well, guys. I think they mentioned it was going to be Xbox and PC Game Pass day one, but obviously it's coming on PS5 as well. So I might just pick up the copy on PC Game Pass, but it'd be interesting to play alongside friends and family who have the PS5 version as well. So hopefully it's cross-platform, hopefully it's cross-progression, and you can, similar to how Call of Duty works, even if you've got multiple versions of the game on different platforms, your save's done on the cloud, so whichever console you log into, it will carry your save over. But that's just a bonus that I'm hoping for. But either way, this is going to be an absolute smash hit, I think, and I can't wait to see more on it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Are you going to be picking this one up day one? Are you pumped? Are you just going to wait to see a little bit more on it before you reserve and buy? But for me, I'm going to be all in and absolutely loving this one. Probably release day as well. Why not? Especially if it's PC and Xbox Game Pass day one still. It's going to be one on the radar, definitely. Thank you so much for checking me out, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until the next one, I'll see you again soon. Peace.